Melissa here from GirlGoneFishing. I just got off the water from my Ohio Kayak Fishing Kayak Bass Tournament up here on East-West Harbors on Lake Erie. I came down here to the beach to give you a wrap-up for the tournament, but first, we got to start you back at this morning, back at the beginning, and then I'll see you back here at the end. Really wild. I'm pedaling as hard as I can and I'm barely making any progress when the wind's blowing. So I just cut behind a little wall and I have a tiny little windbreak, but I don't know how I'm going to do this. We're only 1 hour in and I'm exhausted already. I'm going to keep trying. This little one, 16 inches. I'd be able to fish it all in this wind, but I'm making it happen. It's 8:04 and I've got my limit 74 3/4 inches. This is unbelievable. I was so disheartened. I didn't think I'd be able to do anything, but I actually found this spot in pre-fishing. So I'm surrounded by like 6,000 kayakers right now. So I'm gonna get back to it. Well, good luck. Nice to meet you. Whew. So sadly, I'm not very familiar with how to upgrade, like how to get bigger fish once you already have your limit. I don't get my limit all the time, so I don't do a lot of upgrading. But today I'm trying to upgrade. So I was on a spot that I've been on since about an hour after line's in, and I've caught all my fish there. I've caught some 18s, I caught some, big fish there. But in the last 2 hours, I thought I heard a boat. Oh, there it is. In the last 2 hours, all I've caught is not upgrades. Like my smallest fish is 16, so I've been catching a lot of 15 and 14s. So that tells me there's still fish there, and you're not supposed to leave fish to find fish. But what if the quality of fish I want just isn't right there right now? But it was there this morning, so that means it's probably still there, but they're probably just smart and they don't want my stupid chatterbait anymore. I don't know. But I'm freezing cold, so I decided to take a pedal and try a couple other spots, warm up by moving, and then I can go back and try it again over there. I would say after it's had a break, but there's like 5 boats over there, so it won't have a break, but it'll have a break from my lure. All right. Whew, I'm already warmer. I am so cold right now. So cold. So I have 83¼ inches and I need more. But I'm freezing and the weather says the rain's not going to stop for another 2 hours. It's 49 degrees. It's 14-mile-per-hour wind. And the rain is like little hail balls being blown in my face. I'm so cold. I've got so many layers on and it's not helping. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what to do. I need to stay out here and catch more fish. I haven't caught a keeper in about 2 hours, but I've caught 3 that are too short to help me. So my smallest fish is 15¼ inches, and I've caught 2 15s and 1 just shy of 15. So they're still around here and they're biting. I need to just keep fishing, but I might freeze to death first. Okay, back to it. Just a tiny little bit of sunlight would really, really help. Oh my goodness, it's cold. Okay, I can do this. Will it bother you if I come visit? I did an attitude adjustment and I saw you and I'm like, there's my attitude adjustment. I'm really happy. You're happy. It's such a lie. So it was probably pretty obvious that I needed an attitude adjustment there, and I looked up and there was my buddy Billy Chambers and his son out right in front of me. So I went over and said, I need an attitude change. And so I chatted with them for a minute and it made me feel a lot better. And then we said, go team. And then all 3 of us caught a fish. So yay, see, if you have a positive attitude, the fish just jump in your kayak. Maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going here. But I made a change. I put in an earbud and I'm listening to what I call my Island Festival playlist. So it's my happy music, and I don't usually do that when I fish because I like to be one with the lake, but I need the music. I need the island and I need the happy. It is helping now. Man, I'm getting slack. 15 3/4. This little chunk doesn't help me. But wow, look at that fat little fish. he's exactly 16 inches, and that is exactly my smallest fish, so he doesn't help me, but it's cool to get one. It's been a while. Let's see, it's 3 o'clock, line's out, tournament's over. I'm going to try to do this part quickly so I can get to the tent and get some dry clothes on before the awards. I'm really, really cold, and I'm tired of being cold and wet, so I'm going to try to boogie on in here and get it done, and then we'll do the wrap up after the awards when I'm dry and warm.
But definitely for OKF, this is a record event with 94 anglers. And not only 94 anglers, but 550 fish were caught. Huge shout out to Strictly Sail. We could not do this without Strictly Sail. All right, congratulations again. And then I didn't say it, but $1,429.
Woohoo!
So,
well, it was one of my better tournaments. It was actually my first tournament that I got to submit bass so far this year. My first 3 tournaments were a skunk, and then my 4th tournament didn't use the TourneyX software. So this was the first time I got to submit a bass to TourneyX, and that was awesome. I got my limit and I got to call fish. That was awesome. What people wanted to know, what of my week of practice helped me? Well, I found my spot that I caught fish on in practice. And what I think it was there was this big flat cove, and this was the last point before the cove. So I mean, there really isn't coves on East Harbor, but as much covey as East Harbor gets. It's the shallow end, and then there was one point before the shallow end, and that's where the fish were. So I found that in practice. I caught 1 fish and then I left it. And then I came back today and they were there. I caught a ton of fish, but I just couldn't upgrade my 16 inchers. And I caught fish and I caught fish, and I finally said, maybe I have to leave to upgrade. So I left and I pedaled around to a bunch of spots I marked during my practice, and nothing. I didn't get anything. Well, I got some 13 inchers, but so I went back to that place that I've been catching the fish, and I caught a whole bunch more 15 and 16 inchers, but they didn't help me, so I never did get an upgrade. All of my fish came on a Z-Man Evo chatterbait. One was tungsten, one was regular. The tungsten was like a white, and the regular was a perch color with a gold blade. So mixing those 2 up was the secret for me. And yeah, I love a tournament where I can power fish and do a moving bait. So I have to send a huge thank you to Strictly Sail and Kayak for being a big supporter of this tournament series. The Ohio Kayak Fishing, and my other trail, Cincinnati Kayak Fishing, would not exist without the support of Strictly Sail and Kayak. So thank you guys, and thank you for my Hobie links. They hooked me up with my amazing Hobie links that really makes me want to be out there on the water for hours and hours on end. It doesn't matter what the conditions are like this. It just handles it. It makes me feel safe and comfortable. I love it. Love my Hobie links. So thank you, Strictly Sail and Kayak, and gotta wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you out on the water on the next one.
A beaver literally surfaces this close to his kayak, and I swear to God, he almost rolled out of it.